Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I want to talk to you about writing. If you're new here, I am currently homeschooling my 5-year-old daughter and my 8, almost soon to be 9-year-old daughter. Now this is specifically about writing curriculum for my 3rd grader. Now, again, if you're new here, we use Lightning Lit grade 3 this past year. She actually just finished the entire program for grade 3 last week. So one thing, and I will link above my review of that curriculum, one thing I really enjoy Lightning Lit, but one of the weaker components of it is the composition. I think it's got some nice instruction, but my daughter definitely needed some more basic writing instruction. So after she finished that, I wanted to start a program that was specific to writing. I'm very happy with the grammar, the literature, the discussion questions, everything that comes with Lightning Lit, just not really happy with the composition. So I needed to find something that would work for us. So I looked at 4 main curriculums. And the first one was writing and rhetoric. And I'll go through what I liked and disliked about these and what I ultimately chose. I looked at IEW, I looked at EIW, I looked at Write Shop Junior. The one I eliminated right off the bat was EIW. I eliminated that one because there is a very large grammar component to it. You don't actually get to the writing until later. I don't need grammar work. In our house, we use Lightning Lit, which I think does really a good job. We also combine it with Michael Clay Thompson. We are good on the grammar front. So I eliminated EIW right away, which left writing and rhetoric, Write Shop Junior, and IEW. So for writing and rhetoric, there are some things I liked about it. I like that it includes vocab, kind of like the Latin roots, how we use it today, different things like that. I like the discussion questions, kind of not just basic comprehension, but also deeper thinking. I like that it did incorporate small amounts of grammar, so it wasn't like really huge lessons, kind of more like a review it would be for my daughter. I like that the students got to play with the different sentences and change them. It's kind of learn by imitation, so you look at good writing, you change it, and eventually you're able to write it yourself. And there was editing and things, and revising your writing. So I really liked that. And I looked at the price, it was around $50, very doable, very reasonable. Some of the things I did not like looking at writing and rhetoric was just the sheer amount of writing. I think it was, and it's not just your child, writing a paragraph or something. It's write a sentence here, write a sentence there, answer this question. I knew my daughter wouldn't be into that type of writing. She would rather sit down and do a writing assignment than do multiple sentences relating to different things. I also did not like the copy work aspect of it. My daughter despises copy work, all types of it. I understand how some people use it, but it just has never worked in our house, and I think it's not necessary. The dictation part where you would say a story or a sentence aloud and your child would write it down, I knew my daughter would not enjoy that. She's not an auditory learner, so if I sat there and told her a sentence and she wrote it down, she would get frustrated. So I knew that just would not work well with her. So as you can see, writing rhetoric had its good, and I looked at the first one, the fables specifically. So for, let's see, IEW, again, the price for this was around $200. So I think out of all the ones, all the ones I looked at, this was the most expensive. So I liked that it was purely just writing instruction. I really liked that it's called structure and style. That is what I specifically looked at. Year 1, level A. They have different types. That is what I looked at for my daughter. I like that it's just basic writing and how to break it down. My daughter is very logically minded and works very well with steps and checklists and things like that. So I thought that would work really well with her. I like that it's independent. I do think that some subjects work well when they're discussion-based and things like that, but especially in writing, I think having that basic foundation of writing is really important. My daughter actually really likes this independent aspect of it. We did try for IEW, it gives you 3 weeks free to try online. So we tried the 3 weeks of free lessons to see how she liked it. And she really did like the independent aspect. She, what it comes with here, I have the printout of it. What it comes with is kind of a daily again, checklist. My daughter really enjoys this. She's the kid that wants a planner to write everything down for fun. So it tells you what you do each day. It tells you what part of the video you watch. So she really enjoyed having that control over her work. She liked the teacher that teaches it. She finds it funny. He's definitely very, what I would refer to as dad humor, which she enjoys. It's playful. It's not just write this, this, this. It's done in a very good way. I think it's presented in a very nice way. For me, a positive was it's a time saver. You know, my youngest, my 5-year-old, is doing kindergarten/first grade work, so her stuff is getting more involved. And I would have to say in our homeschool, a lot of the work I do has been for my oldest child, who will be going to 4th grade this next year. But it's time for my youngest daughter to also get some of that attention and some more work her way, some more dedicated me time. So that frees me up for a good 45 minutes to work one-on-one with my 5-year-old in something more in depth than maybe necessarily reading and math, which is the only things we've really focused on with her so far. So it gives me the opportunity to work with her more, which I really like. The only negative I really saw is the cost. All right, so the last one I looked at was Right Shop Junior, and this was about $110 if you got the full bundle of everything. And I looked at level E, I believe. Now there are some things I really liked about it. I liked it as fun. It definitely gave me all about reading vibes with the different activities and different things like that. I liked that it covers different types of writing. I liked that there were games and different things to kind of learn these concepts. I did not like that the amount of prep work that would be involved in it. All About Reading, I remember, took a lot of prep work back when I did it with my oldest. So I wasn't really looking forward to doing that amount of work. It also has a lot of literature elements. If you hear nails, my dog's walking by. It has a lot of literature elements, so it not only teaches, again, writing, but it teaches some more of that grammar and story elements, settings, things like that. Again, my daughter gets those things from her Lightning Lit. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need sentences and work on that. She can write a sentence. She just needed to make that leap from knowing how to write a good sentence and being able to put it on paper. And I think Right Shop is a fun way of doing that. But again, I don't think our focus should always be, is it fun or will it work well for our child? So as you can see, that is where we were at. Those are what I looked at, what I thought would work for my daughter. We tried out a couple samples. Again, I said we tried out the IEW free trial with them. And what we ended up going with was IEW Structure and Style Year 1 Level A. And the main reason was, like I said before, it is just writing. My daughter doesn't need help with the other areas, literature, comprehension questions, anything like that. Grammar, she's really set on that. I need just basic writing instruction. I really liked that it had the free 3-week lessons, that I could sample it and see if she really liked it. It was definitely the most expensive of all of them, but we'll make it work in our budget. If I have to take something else out, so be it. I really like the independent aspects, so she tells me to get out of the room. No, it's not completely independent. I still have to check over her work. That's part of her lesson plan, is she will hand something in to me at the end of the week and I have to look over it. I have the option of looking at the videos myself to better understand what they're teaching. But I watched the first 2 weeks with her and I have to say I really enjoyed it. I found the teacher humorous and relatable. I think it will lay a good foundation for her, and I love that it does grow up in levels, so it's something she can continue to learn from. So I thought I'd show you an example of some of her works. So this is all I need for her, which I think is really nice. I don't have the binder yet. I recently just ordered the entire system, but it's not a lot of work on my end. I can just open and go. So she has a notebook. So she has her schedule, which again, she really likes. She can go off, check things off, see what she needs to do. So she had a source text that they went through on the video together, and she highlighted keywords. She learned how to make an outline from that, a keyword outline. So this was her keyword outline for every sentence. She would pick out 3 keywords, and they talked about different symbols you can use. And then from that keyword outline, she had to tell me the story or the source text just looking at this. And I like that it includes a public speaking aspect to it, because they go over how you look at your paper, figure out from your keyword outline a sentence you're going to use, and then you look up and speak it. So I do like that aspect of also public speaking involved. But she was able to take her keyword outline and write her own sentences from that keyword outline. And the amazing part is, she didn't complain about it. Often during Lightning Lit, she would complain about the amount of writing she had to do. She didn't complain at all about this, and it's broken down in a way that it wasn't overwhelming. And granted, we are in the beginning stages of it, so it could get more complicated, yes. But she was completely fine with this. I didn't hear any complaints. She liked that it was her own thing that she could do by herself. I like that I can check it over and keep up to date. And I like it's really good writing instruction, at least so far, that as someone who came from the public school background, it was very difficult to, I was taught the very basics of writing, and it's one of probably the regrets of my education is that I don't write well. I was never given the tools or the foundations to write really well. I was just taught the basic intro, body, conclusion, topic, sentence, that type of thing, but I was never taught the structure of writing. So I'm excited to continue this with her, and as I do with everything else, I will keep you updated on how it goes, if anything changes, if we're still liking it, and frankly, if it's worth the $200. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful.